Hello, Wang. Ah! I wish to complain about this parrot I purchased.
The Norwegian blue? What's wrong with it?
It's dead. That's what's wrong with it.
No, he's resting.
You stalked your father and are worthless and are silly.
Ooh, your hat was this conversation.
Oh! Ah! Your father dances like a dead parrot, you commoner.
Oh, your country poses nude for your mother.
Ah! This parrot stalked your hat and is old.
Ooh, your house was your mother. Ah!
You farted on some dirty rag and belong in one of those cages.
Oh, your wife wanted to be this place. Ah!
Your mother still uses Windows Vista and is very naughty and a horny little bunny.
Your sister was born in this place.
Ah! Your mother wanted to be a demon's asshole and belongs in one of those cages and is not a part of Europe.
Oh, your hovercraft was this bloody pet shop.
Ah! Will you replace the bloody parrot now?
All right then, I will. I have plenty of them in the box.
I want a live one. I'll be back to complain. Good morning. Does this dead body belong to you by chance?
Of course not. I just borrowed it to put my teacup on.
You murdered this poor man to have tea on his rotting corpse?
How could I murder him when I was hiding in a shrubbery with me rifle the whole morning?
All right. You might have a perfect alibi, but you can't deny that.
A frightened schoolboy was a duck hunter. Oh!
Your mother looks like a sad lemur.
Oh,
Your sister will always be alone and is not interesting.
your son looks like a duck hunter. Oh!
You fart in your general direction and like to flash in the park and are a horny little bunny.
Ouch! Your house looks like an ordinary pigsty. Oh! Your son doesn't like this conversation.
Your hat is very naughty. Says the fortune cookie.
Ah,
Your son farts in your general direction and brings insults to a sword fight. You can't deny it.
Ouch! The public loo was defeated by your house.
Ah! Maybe you're not a murderer, but you sure have a filthy mouth. I'm still calling the police.
Please do. I deserve a death sentence for how I've treated you. Let me just finish my crumpet.
Excuse me. I believe this is my seat.
Your seat? Does it have your name on it?
I don't think so, but I have a ticket.
First class, eh? You don't look like a first class to me. Your sense of style and your husband are worthless and are an uneducated nincompoop. And I have proof.
Your math teacher farted on a frightened schoolboy.
Ugh.
Your face farts in your general direction and still uses Windows Vista.
Ugh. You secretly adore your sister. Nudge, nudge.
You like to flash in the park and want some Wang.
Ugh. Your mother secretly adores a frightened schoolboy. Sir, go back to your seat. Your face and your father were your wife.
A frightened schoolboy has bad breath and was born in you. Your math teacher was defeated by your country and stalked the queen.
Ugh. Your sense of style and your father have a steaming romp with your house. See? You're too much of a commoner to sit here.
You're right. It's not my ticket anyway. I literally murdered for it, but it wasn't worth it after all.
Excuse me, I believe that... I don't... Your husband and an ordinary pigsty were the Nazis.
Your mother doesn't like your math teacher. Pardon my French.
Ugh.
Your cousin's car is rather plain and moves like a pregnant yak.
Ugh. Your son supports the African swallow.
Your cousin's car stalked your hovercraft and is getting fat. Says the fortune cookie.
Your wife is a lumberjack. Your wife and the communists and a cream-faced loon were your father.
You worked with your face, which makes me stiff.
Ugh.
Your country has a steaming romp with your mother and wants some Wang.
Ugh. Some dog and a cheap suit don't like,
Your house was defeated by a horny little bunny and bothers me. So go back to your seat.
Ooh. Your wife is a cheap suit.
See? You're too much of a commoner to sit here.
You're right. It's not my ticket anyway. I literally murdered for it, but it wasn't worth it after all.
Excuse me, but I need this lever. I was shot and I'll die in a few minutes if I don't have it.
Terribly sorry, but this is my liver, and I am quite fond of it. I've partied my whole life, and I'd quite like to continue.
I'm dying and you're worrying about parties.
Oh, look at me! It's so sad I'm dying! You know what's really sad?
Hmm?
Your hat never watched Star Wars and stalked a frightened schoolboy, mate.
Ooh, your favorite Bond actor doesn't like a hamster.
Ah!
Hmm? Your father and angry mob look like Stalin's jockstrap, you commoner.
Ah! Your mother admires pictures of your son, says the fortune cookie.
Ooh. Hmm.
Your face donated organs for a frightened schoolboy and is very naughty and dances like a public loo.
Ooh, your mother was defeated by grunting sow.
Your liver is no more and is rude. You and your father are this conversation and blah 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 and never partied in Moscow. Your hovercraft and you wanted to be homeless man socks. You can't deny it.
Ooh.
Your math teacher needs a liver transplant and puts on Granny's clothing.
Ooh. You don't like a strange woman lying in a pond? I'm sorry for troubling you. I might be dying, but to live without parties, I guess that's even worse.
No problem, mate. Send my regards to John Lennon.
Welcome, my child.
Oh, hello there. Are you John Lennon?
I don't know that person, but I can answer any question of yours. One question, and only one I will answer. Not two, not three, exactly one.
Radio. So, I always wondered, what's the meaning of life?
Are you sure this is what you want to know? Maybe you're more curious about how toothpaste is put in the tube or how plesiosaurus is mated?
No, thank you. I'll stick with the meaning of life.
Behold, then, for the meaning of life is...
Your country is not interesting and still uses Windows Vista.
You act like a cheese shop.
Your mother died because of the meaning of life and changes into your father and is an uneducated nincompoop.
Ouch. The Queen supports your sense of style. You and your sense of style and the meaning of life have a steaming romp with an English pig dog.
Your hat wants some Wang. Says the fortune cookie. Your beloved aunt looks like you and is silly, which is an ancient Chinese secret.
Ouch. Your wife was a public loo. The afterlife is your face, you pitiful mortal.
Your mother smells of your father and makes me sick. And your mother must be fun at parties.
Ouch. A hamster is your wife. Nudge, nudge. You are an exceptional creation. I decided to reveal the true meaning of life to you. Practice kindness and tolerance. love yourself, and never ever refreeze food that has been defrosted.
That is beautiful. I just wish I knew that before I died.